Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Bahar and I hope everybody is doing well. Uh, Everybody is staying inside, safe and healthy, you and your family. And hopefully we see this pandemic go out sometime soon and we can get back to our normal lives. Today I'm going to talk about the no contact rule. Uh, Cutting contact, it was, as I discussed in one of my main videos on how to get your DM back, or I link down in the description box below if you want to check it out. Um, it is the number one way to start on the path of getting your ex back, your person back, your divine masculine soulmate partner, whoever you're dealing with that you have a strong connection with. um it is the number one thing that you have to do right away after a breakup. And if you haven't done this yet, it's never too late to start. Without cutting connection fully, you will never be able to bring someone back who walked out on you. It doesn't matter how much begging you do. It doesn't matter how many good logical reasons you bring for them. It doesn't matter what you do. If someone has decided that they need to walk away, or if someone decided you were not the right person for them, or someone decided that your connection or your differences were not workable, or there was nothing worth fixing, and they decided to abandon the relationship, no amount of reasoning, begging, crying will bring them back. But the no contact will, if there is a strong connection, if there is love, if there was some basis to form a relationship on. So I'm going to break this no contact phenomena in into multiple posts. This will be part one, where I talk about what it is and why you should implement a no contact right away after a breakup, or once someone walks out on you or pushes you away, forces you to walk away from them. So a no contact, according to its name, it means a period of absolute detachment, where you will not be connecting with your person, with the person that you broke up with, in any form. It has different types of. There are different types of no contact. But what I'm going to focus on in this post is the radio silence, which is the absolute zero contact. The other forms of no contact are for people that work together or live together, or have children together, and that's like partial no contact, where I might get to in some other videos. Or if you want me to talk about it, please leave a comment on this post, and I will put another audio together for that matter. So in this part one, I'm going to explain right now, actually, what radio silence no contact is. Radio silence is absolute silence. It's just vanishing from your person's life. It's when you cut all kinds of contact, um, and it doesn't matter if you left them or if they left you. It's just the point of a breakup, or if your person has asked you for a break. Usually women don't deal with men asking for a break, because to us women, a break means a breakup. Um, but if somebody asks you for a break, it means they need time and space, and you should, if you want them back, if you want to make sure that that person comes back to you, you need to go into a radio silence right away. So, what is radio silence? This is when you cut all calls, text messages, you don't go visit them, you don't visit their family and friends, you don't ask your mutual friends about them, you don't go on social media and check their photos and posts and comments, you don't go like their stuff, you don't go show reaction to what they're doing. And there is no spying on their messages, and on your part also there is no posts with their names, there is no pictures on them of them in your profile, there is no status update that is towards them, that is obviously meant for them. You don't change your pictures to attract them, to get their attention, basically just forgetting that this person existed altogether. And I know it's a very difficult thing to do when you are grieving a loss of a relationship, when you're in a loving bond, when especially when you're invested more than your person. It is very heartbreaking and very difficult for us women to cope with the aftermath of a breakup, especially if we have abandonment issues, and if you have fear of loss. Normally, the majority of people after a breakup, even men, if they are dumped by their girlfriends, after a breakup, people usually start begging. They start coming up with all sorts of reasons why the other person should not leave. They come with all sorts of solutions to fix their relationship. They cry. They reach out. They try to um, do everything in their power, basically, to bring their person back. And I am guilty of this as well. We are all. We all are at. We have all done this at some point in our life. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work, and I have experienced it firsthand. Um, the best way to approach a breakup is to grieve it first and accept it and respect the decision of the other person. If you really truly love the person that you're with, and if you truly want them back, you have to show them that you respect them and you respect yourself as well. If somebody decided that they need to take a break, or if they decided that they needed to walk away, the least you can do for them is accept their choice and accept their decision and respect their decision and stay out of their life, basically, right? Because selfless love, or unconditional love, as we talk about it all the time in Twin Flame Journey, is about love with no expectation. If you're masculine, if your person, if your partner decided that they're better off without you, you're also respecting yourself by walking out of their life. You're telling them that you see value in yourself enough to not want to be somewhere that you're not welcome, right? So, as difficult as it is, as heartbreaking as it is, as maddening as it um, is the right thing to do, and it is the number one thing that you must do if you had to walk away from someone, or if they walked away from you and you want that person back. Of course, after a breakup, the one thing that you have to think about is, why do you want that person back? Is that person really the right person for you? And if you what I'm going to explain here is after you decided that this person is the person for you, you have to cool off first. You have to think first. Do I want this person back? Why do I want this person back? Why, how do they affect my life? And all this can be done within this period of no contact. So I'm going to cover a few reasons why you need to do a no contact. Um, like I said, when your ex or your twin flame or your soulmate, your partner, whoever you call them, when they decided that they didn't want to be a part of your life and for you to be a part of theirs, respect that. Respect that decision and detach. So that's one of the main reasons. It shows respect and acceptance of their decision or your decision. Even if you have begged and cried and asked for them to stay, and you called them 1,000 times and you sent lengthy texts and emails and you called your mutual friends asking them to hook you up again, and even if you went all desperate and low value and um, if you went all out just trying everything in your power to keep your broken relationship together, and you have even brought yourself even more down in their eyes, it is never too late to start a no contact. In fact, in my opinion, if you have been needy and clingy and you have acted desperate and out of character, and you have been um, too attached and too codependent with your person or too dependent on them, the fact that you implement the no contact, the fact that you detach from them, would actually be a lot bolder in their eye than if you detached right away. So I'm not saying go cry first and then detach, but I'm saying it's never too late to do that. Even if you have not done it the right way in the beginning, just as soon as they say goodbye, you say goodbye and you walk off. It rarely happens, for I know, unless you've been through 1,000 breakups and you learned. Um, but even after all the crying and begging and chasing and all that, you can still do this. And trust me, in the eyes of your person, you raise curiosity. They start wondering what happened, right? So it is the act of self-respect and self-love and respecting your partner and um, showing them that you accept their decision. Um, the other reason for going radio silent on your person is it provides time for reflecting over the relationship. It allows you enough time to cool down and to look at your connection from a more balanced standpoint. Because when you're angry or when you're upset or when you're desperate, your mind doesn't think clearly. Your mind doesn't think straight. There could be 1,000 issues with your relationship, and you're so in love and you're wearing your rosy glasses that you don't see what was wrong. You, even if your person is trying to explain to you um, what went wrong or what their problem was or what they were not happy with, you are in an imbalanced, so emotionally drained state of mind that you can't think straight. So the radio silence gives you the time and space to um, cool off a little bit and look at your relationship from a more balanced uh, position. It also allows your partner time. Um, it also allows them time and space to think about things. The most important reason to go radio silent is that your person and you, that you both need space. If everything was perfect and rosy and peachy in your relationship, there wouldn't be a breakup, right? So if there is a rift, if there was a fight, if there was a breakup, if there was disagreements, if there was a fight, if there was arguments to a point of breaking, um, or if your person was running and you were chasing and you weren't seeing eye to eye, um, radio silence allows you to spend some time for yourself, figure out what went wrong. Um, is there a way to fix it? Um, you can also rest and recuperate. You can ease your mind. You can find a space for yourself. You can attend to things that you left off, because relationships usually start going south when one person puts more effort than the other person, or where it becomes the main focus of one person, when it becomes your entire world. If you were in a situation like that and it broke up, the radio silence allows you to hold back and make yourself your center of attention, basically. It gives you time um, to do the things you like, to shift your focus, to look at you, look at your life, focus on your career, focus on your friends, do things that you kept pushing away because you were spending time with your partner, because you were tending to their needs. And keep in mind that whatever the benefits of this no contact is, it also benefits your person. So if your person was so determined that you were not good enough for them, this no contact period allows them time and space to think also. And the other uh, effect of all this is that they start missing you. In the beginning, your person might be so determined and so sure that the relationship didn't work, you're not the right person for them, and they're not happy with you, and they just want to walk away. They might walk away with another person, they might have cheated, or they just might decide that they want to be single for a while, they want to go back into the dating pool or do whatever it is that they decided to do. And they might be stubborn in the beginning, holding with the idea that they are happy with the decision. But as time passes, they start wondering, they start thinking, they start reflecting, and they start missing you. Um, Especially if you were needy and clingy and worshiping them and treating them like God, and you were at their feet basically. Suddenly they start seeing your absence. They start feeling your absence. They start missing that attention. And as wrong as that kind of attention was, it raises curiosity in your person as to, where is she? Something's missing from my life. Some energy is missing, and I miss her, and I miss the attention she used to give me. So they start wondering about you. And the beginning of them wondering about you is a trigger to make them think whether they want to come back or not. So until your person doesn't miss you, like until your person actually misses you, not until they feel your absence, they wouldn't want to come back. Somebody who has decided that a relationship wasn't working for them will not decide to come back until they feel the value of that relationship. And how do you see a value of a relationship when you don't have it, right? People don't normally value the things they have until they lose it, especially with men. How us women bond is by being together, by spending time with each other, by sharing with each other, by talking, by um, being close to each other, being with each other's within each other's vicinity. When our guy spends time with us, we love them more. When they share with us, we love them more. But for guys, it's the other way around. The guys come and impress you. They come and chase you. They give to you. They share with you. But that is not when they are feeling the love. Men feel loved, or they feel the love they have for you when you're not there. And that's just how it works with men. They love you in your absence. They love you when they miss you. They love you when they wonder about you. They love you when they're curious about you. In order to hold a relationship together, in order to um, ensure that you're creating a happy space for your partner as well, you have to understand um, your partner's love needs. The love need of men is not to be pampered all the time. Of course, every one of us likes to be cared for and we like to be pampered, but men need the chase. They need the sense of they need to feel there is something for them to look for. There is something for them to hunt. It is in their instincts. It's something that you can never change. Even with the most mature man out there, even with the most awakened man out there, or anyone in the masculine energy, this is not, I'm not talking about gender. Anybody in a masculine energy has that sense of competition, has that sense of going after things, pursuing, hunting, right? And a sense of curiosity makes them do that. So if you're constantly giving to your person, if you're sharing so much, if you have bombarded them with your love, if you gave too much in your relationship, or if you chase them after the breakup, you just turned them off, right? You didn't feed them what they needed. You fed them what their ego wanted. And once they're fed, they just take off. So the no contact period allows them space to miss you. And this missing you makes them wonder, do they want you back? Do they want to come back? Um, why did they break up? Why did they leave? And they start wondering, they start thinking, and you want them to do that. You want them to enter this state, um, so you can get them back. Um, the no contact also allows you to decide what your future should look like. What role does your person play in it? Um, was this person the right partner for you to begin with? And what do you have to bring into your relationship? What do you have to bring to the table? It gives you a sense of perspective. It will also allow you to get over him, so to not be obsessed with him, to not make him your entire focus. And so you can think about your life, your future, your goals, your aspirations. For twin flame connections or any relationship stuck in an endless loop of off again, on again, off again, like the flighty energy where there is a runner and chaser. And as a divine feminine, I have been experiencing this, and I'm sure a lot of you also do or have at some point in your connection. The no contact is the best way to break this cycle. The cycle of running and chasing doesn't stop until you detach from your person fully. the feminine energy has to detach from the masculine energy for the in order for the masculine to stop running, and there is absolutely no other way around it. When I was listening to 1,000 tarot readings a day, trying to find out what my masculine was doing, what he was feeling, what he was thinking. If any of those readers told me that you need to detach, you need to focus on yourself, I would just turn off that channel and go to the next channel to see what my masculine is thinking, what he's doing, how his life is going, does he want to come back, what does he want to tell me, and all that good stuff, right? There is a certain point in our journey that we are so obsessed um, with getting our masculine back, our men back, that um, you go to any means to see how they feel, what they think, and what they want to tell you, and do they want to come back. And there are so many videos on YouTube, reading cards and reading energies, and I do it for myself still. um, but I stopped watching all those general readings because they were affecting my energy. Regardless, as triggering as it could be, or as much as you might want to deny it, detaching 100%, like fully detaching, this radio silence, is the only way to have your masculine stop running. Because, like I explained in my other videos as well, if there is no chaser, there is not going to be any runner. A person that is bound to you, a person that is connected to you, when there is a bond, when there is a rope or a string or a chain that is um, connecting two souls together, if one person stops running, the other person can't pull away longer than the length of that rope. That is why the twin flames are always have a sense of being together, or um, spiritual soulmates always feel each other, because no matter how far apart you are distance wise, physical distance, you always feel that person. And if you find home within your heart, if you stop running, if you focus on yourself, the other person really has no reason to run, because nobody's chasing, right? um Sorry, I'm looking at my notes to make sure I'm covering everything. When I when I was when I decided that I am not chasing my masculine anymore, and when I started to focus on myself and my life, and shifted my attention from him onto me, I was I channeled a very interesting uh, vision, and I actually looked it up, and I'm going to share this with you. You can look it up, and you can apply it to your situation. For me, it 100% made sense, and that is when a trainer trains a wild horse. Go check out how uh, cowboys, or how trainers train a wild horse in a ring. Um, every little detail about it made sense to how a feminine energy should stop running in order to attract the masculine back into their life. So, back to the radio silence. It also makes you, like I said, the main focus of your life, and by working on you, you get your confidence back, and you can show yourself and your partner that you can survive without them, that you didn't. need them to begin with. You wanted them, and that you're fine without them. It also breaks the codependent pattern in the twin flame relationships. Detaching also gives you a peace of mind. You don't get to see what they're doing all the time. You don't get to hear about them. You don't get to see what they're up to, if they're seeing someone, if they're dating again, if they're, I don't know, if you're having a player guy, you don't need to see where they are at every minute of the day, or if they're talking to other women. And it just lets your mind relax. And by relaxing and focusing on yourself, like I said, you feel better about yourself, you get your confidence back, and you raise your vibration. And once you raise your vibration, you attract higher vibrational energy. It could be either from your person, or it could be from others, suitable partners that you might want to attract into your life. So that is it for the part one of the no contact. Um, in my how to get your DM back video, when I talked about four major things that we need to do in order to attract our ex or our partner or our divine masculine soulmate, whoever that we're thinking about, whoever you're here for, in order to attract them back into our life, there were four items in that video that I discussed. You can go and check that out. The main one was the no contact, the detachment. So this was part one when I explained what it was and why you need to do this. In part two, I'm going to talk about how to implement a no contact, what to do during this period, and what not to do. And at the end of that, or maybe I could break it into another post, I will talk about what kind of things you could do if you break the no contact period, which is normally between 30 days to 3 months, um, depending on how severe your breakup was, or depending on when your person starts to get back or when you want to reach out. But the least is 3 weeks to 30 days, to 3 weeks to a month, that you must follow this rule. So in part three of explaining the no contact rule, I'm going to talk about what you should do if your person contacts you during your 30 days, during the first 30 days. Um, what you should do if you couldn't pull yourself together and you reached out to them, and what to do after the 30 days if they haven't contacted you yet. So, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and hit the bell button so you'll be notified for my next posts. Also, like my videos so other people can get to see it, and share it with whoever you think might benefit from it. Stay safe. I hope you and your family are staying away from all the trauma and drama of the pandemic that's currently going on. Take care, and I'll see you in future posts. Bye.